When I drop my kids off,
Check, check, check. And welcome everyone to Girls High School Volleyball here at Palmetto High School, where we should have a good one tonight. The homestanding Palmetto Tigers hosting the Manatee Hurricanes. I'm Stephen Oposki alongside Casey Cothran. Casey, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, no problem.
So we were talking before the game. I think this has potential to be a very competitive game. Palmetto coming in with a record of 2-2. They're coming off a win over St. Stephen's Episcopal, 3 wins, 3 sets to none, where Manatee is undefeated at 2-0. And so, Casey, I mean, what are your thoughts coming into this game?
So I definitely think it's going to be a pretty good match. Definitely potential to get some great rallies. I've seen both Palmetto and Manatee throughout this season so far. Both are really good at getting some really good swings, really good blocks. So you can look at getting some really good rallies tonight and, you know, potential to go 4, maybe 5 sets tonight.
So our starters tonight for Palmetto: Valeria Cardenas, Whitney Waldo, Kayla Intreri, Riley Anderson, Haley Layton, Alex Marshall, and Avery Fayad. And this is Avery Fayad serving. Fayad, excuse me. First serve just sneaks over the net, and that's an ace for Palmetto to begin this game. They're up 1 point to nothing.
It's always nice when you start out with the ace, get your team right on top at the beginning of the game.
Fayad, a sophomore, she is coming off 7 assists and 5 aces against St. Stephen's Episcopal. There's a free ball. Catlett setting outside to Abby Dunstan. That goes long, so Palmetto is up 2-0. Fayad, and that is another point for Palmetto. 3-0.
She did a great job of switching up her serve on that one, going a little shorter than the other two.
Fayad, again, a nice low serve. Has to tap that one over. And dinks it over the middle. Going outside to Pearson. Down the middle, Clark. Again, trying the middle, and it is out. Clark tried to hit the line there, but it was just wide, so it is 4-0 Palmetto.
It's going to be very difficult to keep this game in play if you keep hitting out like that.
Fayad. And what do we have? It's a point for Palmetto for a double contact.
Double contact on the setter on that one.
$5-0. Fayad. Deep serve, and that's going to go out. So a great run to begin the game for Palmetto. But the service error gives it back to Manatee, and now this is Bailey Catlett, the junior setter, to start off serving for Manatee. Off the block and still alive. Pearson in the block by number 7, Haley Layton.
They did a great job of pressing over that net, make sure that ball didn't come back on their side.
I'm trying to see the number of the server here. Excuse me, I apologize, folks. It's hard to see from up here. Tap, and it's good. That was Abby Dunstan.
It's a good tip right in the middle of the court.
And she checks out, and now this is, I believe, Tolucci coming in to serve. And that was Layton, who could not quite get it over the net, and that makes it 6-3. Palmetto still leads. To set up Marshall on the outside, and Marshall puts it down. Alex Marshall. She's coming off 8 kills against St. Stephen's, and earlier this season, 11 kills against Booker. She leads the team with 1.7 kills per set.
That was a great turn.
Number 2, Waldo serving, Whitney Waldo. Outside to, I believe that was, oh, and that shot goes into the net. That was Ava Baugh in the attempt for Manatee earlier. Again, sorry folks, we're way back here and it's very difficult to see the numbers, but we will do our best. Here's Abby Clark for Manatee. Oh, miscommunication there, an unfortunate 7-5.
Looks like the setter didn't quite know if she was going to be collided or didn't know what she wanted to do on that one. See if they communicate a little better down the road.
Well, I know that they are breaking in a new setter this year. The sophomore Fayad is this is her first year as Manatee scores again. An error on the receive there by the libero Cardenas. Abby Clark again to serve. Manatee has cut it to 7-6 after being down 5-0. And that was Haley Layton with the kill. Off the hand of Clark as she checks out, and Lily Rodriguez comes in. Both their middles are sophomores. Abby Clark and Lily Rodriguez, a good 1-2 punch there in the middle. Here's Haley Layton to serve. And ball dug out, still alive. See if they can get this over on the third hit. They can't. And actually, they say it was out, so maybe on the wrong side of the antenna.
Yeah, so the Palmetto player crossed into Manatee's court, and she's not allowed to do that.
Gotcha. All right, here comes, I believe that's Ball back to serve. No, excuse me, that's Scovita. Anastasia Scovita, the freshman, and again, we've talked about it before. Oh, little miscommunication there, a mishit, and a point for Manatee. They've tied it up 8-8.
So it looks like Manatee's going to really test this libero, see how well she can move her feet and pass this ball.
Scovita with the jump serve. The libero Cardenas handles it this time. And a mistake there. So Manatee takes their first lead of the game, 9-8.
Seems like they're settling down a little bit.
Scovita. Tough hit on that first hit going into the net. There wasn't much the setter could do with it. And a timeout for
first timeout for Palmetto.
So Manatee, they trailed. Palmetto led 5-0 here early, and since then, Manatee's gone on an 8-3 run. So how did they make that happen?
So they did a great job of keeping their composure. Palmetto came out early, got them kind of in trouble a little bit, but a lot of times, as long as they can keep moving their feet and get one side out, that way they can put the pressure back on Palmetto and really get back into this game. It's a long game. They got to go all the way to 25, so they've got plenty of time to get back there.
Head coach for Palmetto is Erica Blaney. And on the other side, of course, is Tony Cochran, the head coach for Manatee. I had a chance to speak with Coach Blaney before the game. She really likes the mix of veteran players and young players. And she feels like the veteran players have really done a great job to bring the young kids along. Served by Scovita. Outside now. And the tap on the second hit, but it goes over. Nice dig. Outside the ball. And Ava Ball with the kill.
It's a great set and a great swing by their outside.
Scovita once again, she's got a nice run going. And again, an error on the receive. 12-8 Manatee.
I do really like that she's got that nice flat float serve. It goes right over the net, possibly could hit the net and trickle over.
Not a lot of rotation either, which can be tricky. As she gets another one. 13-8. So looks like Manatee's really trying to isolate that part of the court. They found some success there, deep middle. Setting up for the middle and that is in. I believe that was Taylor Dees, number 8. Trying to see on the replay.
She did a great job of staying behind that setter and giving her a good chance to get some open court there.
Alex Marshall, the outstanding senior outside hitter, served it. And now setting up, getting downhill, but it goes out. 14-9 is our score. And here's Ava Ball once again to serve. And hits the top of the net. And it goes back to Palmetto. And now here's Cardenas to serve, senior libero. And there's an ace for Cardenas. $14-11 now. Nice low serve. Tapped over and back, and that's a winner for number 13, Grace Phillips checking in. The sophomore just kind of punched that over.
Sometimes that'll work.
Cardenas once again to serve, with Manatee leading 14-12. That's in, that's an ace. So Manatee kind of let that one go, but that was in.
So now it seems like Palmetto's found a good spot that they want to try and isolate. We'll see if they keep aiming at that spot.
Cardenas, and what do we have? Looks like
it could have been someone out of rotation. Either someone switched late or wasn't quite in an area that they should have been.
So we're tied again, 14-14. Coach Cothran giving some instructions, explaining to the players what they did wrong there. Cardenas once again. And that's going to be out. So the side out gives Manatee an opportunity to serve, as looks like Rodriguez is checking out and Clark is coming back in. Both of the middles are sophomores, and we've talked about how young Manatee is, and they're just loaded with freshmen and sophomores at key positions. Set and setting up Catlett, handled by Palmetto. Dunstan, and I believe that's going to go out. Yep. So we're tied again, 15-15.
Looks like she didn't quite get outside the court like she wanted to, and didn't give herself enough room to get that ball in the court.
Substitution, Phillips checks out, and Haley Layton comes back in. And this is going to be Avery Fayad to serve. Dunstan again, and nice dig there by the libero Cardenas. Marshall gives Manatee a free ball, overpass, excuse me, and Palmetto takes advantage. Wasn't quite an overpass, but right on top of the tape.
Yeah, it made it very difficult for the Manatee setter to get there.
So Palmetto has taken a 16-15 lead. Good back and forth game. Fayad into the net, so we're tied again, 16 all.
Very tough when you work so hard for a point and then it gives it right back.
Bailey Catlett, the junior setter, will serve now. And just did get it over the net, and that's an ace for Catlett.
No, she's very good at picking some certain spots to try and get him really out of position.
Catlett now goes deep. She's mixing up those serves, like you said. And the back row for the libero, and it did hit the floor, so that's a point for Palmetto.
I'm sure Coach Cawthorn is screaming at that one for a free ball that's dropped.
Number 3, Kayla Intreri to serve, a sophomore. Setting up Scovita, and Scovita with the kill. It's 18-17 now. Manatee leads. And we've got Tolucci checking in. Now she's going to serve. Sets up Marshall, and she's blocked by Clark. That's going to be out. So Alex Marshall, one of Palmetto's top players, got blocked there by Big Abby.
That was
Abby
a
Clark.
great block by the middle there.
They're going to try Marshall again, and this time she has to send over a free ball. Catlett setting up outside to, that was Scovita, I think. I apologize, folks. Number 6 is Anastasia Scovita, so she does get the kill there. Tolucci to serve with Manatee leading 20-17. Nice play at the net. Nice job staying out of the net as ball can't quite get that one over. It went off the side of her hand.
Off the fingertips.
Yep. All right, so back to Palmetto trailing 20-18. This is Whitney Waldo, senior middle. And it looks like a conversation between the officials here. What do you think this could be about, Casey?
You know, I didn't see too much. It could just be something with the book. Maybe they didn't catch something on a play here and there, or a net. I mean, we'll see when they come back to play here if they.
So we're back to action. Waldo back to serve. Catlett had to run for that, and oh, she got into the net. So it's a point for Manatee, 21-18.
She got very lucky there with Palmetto in the net.
Yes, absolutely. They were in position to score. Here's Abby Clark to serve. And an ace for Clark.
An ace, right in that same area that they've been picking on.
And this is the point of the set where all these points are very important as Manatee has a 22-18 lead. Nice job reaching out for that. And it just goes over the net. Number 7, Haley Layton scores on that one.
Sometimes you like when the miss hit goes your way.
Yeah, it was, you know, Manatee was in good position for the block, but it hit the tape and went over them. That serve goes out. So now we're at 23-19 Manatee.
Those are costly.
Substitution coming in now for Palmetto, number 14, Emily Carter, a junior setter. It looks like we've got Scovita back to serve. Set to the middle, and just goes over, still alive. Good job by Manatee to keep it alive there. Setting up the middle once more. Outside the ball, and that is good. Ava Ball with the kill. Nice one. She got downhill and hit that one hard.
She did a great job of basically coming clear across the court, getting outside, and being able to give herself a chance to get a good hit.
Set point now for Manatee. Setting up outside, and the point goes to Manatee for a double contact, and that is the first set. So Manatee takes the first set, 25-19. So we'll take a break as well. You're watching high school volleyball on Manatee Schools Television.
When I drop my kids off and I see that they're on time and they've been delivered safely, it gives me a lot of personal satisfaction to have done this for the community. I would encourage anybody who is like me, retired, to look into this and consider, because it really has worked for me.
Start a great future with the School District of Manatee County. Apply now at manateeschools.net/careers.
When I drop my
Start a great future with the School District of Manatee County. Apply now at manateeschools.net/careers.
So I was kind of like in that mode where you're like, do I want to go to four-year? Do I want to go to trade college? What do I want to do? I knew I wanted to do something with my hands. I kind of stumbled across the program at MTC, Electrical and Instrumentation. When I first went in there, I thought we were just going to be learning wiring, how to hardwire, how to build control panels. We did a whole scope of control programming as well. After graduating, I had a job within a week. If I had not gone to MTC, if I had not attended the electrical and instrumentation program, I can tell you right now, I wouldn't be in this trade.
And welcome back to Palmetto High School, where Manatee has taken a 1-0 lead over the homestanding Palmetto Tigers. Manatee won that first set 25-19. as we wait for Manatee to come out of the huddle.
We'll see if they have any adjustments here. I know a lot of times some coaches like to switch things up a little bit, and then some coaches just like to keep the same lineup all the way through.
Catlett now to serve to start out I believe Catlett will serve. And it looks like we're ready to play.
We'll look at both teams trying to shore up their serve receive a little bit this game.
And the first point of the second set goes to Manatee, as that first hit goes into the net. So here's Catlett once again to serve. Deep serve. They hit it over on the second hit. Catlett setting up Dunstan, and that is just out. One apiece, and this is Avery Fayyad to serve. Oh, and little trouble on that serve, so Palmetto takes a 2-1 lead.
Looks like a little miscommunication on Palmetto's side for that one. See if she goes back to the same spot.
Fayyad. Oh, trouble there on the second hit. Miscommunication as Dunstan comes out for Manatee, and this is Tolucci to come in to serve for the Hurricanes. Off the block. That's a point for Palmetto. Number 7, Haley Layton, the nice attack.
She really had to follow through on that one because otherwise she would have been blocked.
Kayla Intrieri now to serve for the Tigers. Catlett back set to Scovita off the block, still alive. And that's out. I thought it might have been tipped, but no, they say
like
it was out.
Might have been.
So here's Abby Clark back to serve. Checking in now for Palmetto, number 1 is Bianca Guerrero, and nope, actually she is coming out. Oh, has to go a long way, and that is out of play. So Manatee takes a 4-3 lead here. So now Guerrero comes in, and Kayla Intrieri checks out. Clark serving. Setting up on the outside. Marshall is good. Setting it up for Scovita, and that's going to go out. No, she played it, and that's a point for Palmetto. That'll make it 5-4. Whitney Waldo is serving now for Palmetto, the senior middle. Oh, and a miss hit there. And so Palmetto is up 6-4. Waldo Setting up ball. Marshall, oh, it's just out. Alex Marshall with a lot of power on her attacks.
Looks like she wanted to do a little more line there, too, since it was open.
Scovita now back to serve. And it goes into the net, so 7-5, Palmetto leads. Here's Haley Layton serving for the Tigers. And that is an overpass, and Palmetto takes advantage. I believe that was number 5. Yes, number 5 is Riley Anderson. Nice job by her. And a timeout for Manatee. So Palmetto, after losing the first set 25-19, they lead this one 8-5. And so what are you seeing so far, Casey?
So it looks like Manatee, again, is struggling a little bit with that serve receive. If they can just get that a little fixed, a little more communication. I have a lot of overpasses right now, so it's just making it easy for Palmetto to just put it right back on the floor.
And so coming out of the timeout, this is going to be Haley Layton to serve once again. Layton, the junior, right side hitter. And looks like there's a conversation going on at the scorer's table.
See if Manatee can move the ball around a little more. They're using a lot of just the outside. I haven't seen too many other hitters get involved here.
Coach Cothran giving some instructions. What do you think he's saying?
He's probably letting whoever he's talking to know just to move their feet, maybe setting up a play on this next possession here. Telling the setter, try and move the ball around, get some other people involved. There's a lot of things as a coach that you can institute into the game plan here, especially only being down a couple points. So we'll see what ends up happening once they get back into this serve and as we go further down into the game here.
So it looks like the down referee is still trying to
like
work out something here.
Does look like it's something with the score, because it did look like it was just 5-8 and now it's 6-8. So it could be something along with the score.
Okay, so the scoreboard says 8-6, and looks like okay, looks like we got to sort it out. It is 8-6. And again, a little trouble on that receive. So another point for Palmetto.
So it looks like Palmetto's found a spot where they like to try and pick on.
Layton, and that is out. So 6-7 now. Palmetto leads.
So the coach of Manatee did a little bit of a shift there, made her look at a different setup on the other side.
Abby Dunstan checking in for Manatee as Tolucci takes a rest on the bench. And that serve goes into the net. So 10-7 Palmetto. Alex Marshall now serving for Palmetto, leading 10-7. And Palmetto's going to get a free ball here, see what they can do with it. Oh, she mistimed her jump. Not on the same page with the setter.
She wants that one back.
Tough break there. 10-8. Palmetto leads. Olivia Isaac served that one, and it's a point for Manatee. They cut it 10-9. Very little rotation on that serve.
Yeah, and she also put it right in that seam and made Palmetto really have to talk on that ball.
Isaac serves it again. Set to Clark, and that is hit off the libero and goes out. Wondering if that might have been heading out.
Well, it does look like it got touched on the block too, so that could have been why she went for it too.
Gotcha. Okay, so Isaac has is back to serve. We're tied up 10-10. Back row and goes into the net. And so Manatee takes their first lead of this second set, 11-10. And a timeout. So again, Manatee was down early in this set, same as in the first set, and they've now taken the lead. So again, how were they able to come back in this set?
Well, it seems like they're serving a little more aggressive now. They've got Palmetto on their heels. Really, this game has come down to a lot of serve receive. Manatee struggled with serve receive to begin with. That's where Palmetto started getting their points. And now Manatee's been able to put Palmetto in some tough spots with their serve receive and get some easy balls back and really be able to use some of their other hitters to get some of those kills. So we'll see basically it comes down to who can shore up the serve receive, get their hitters involved and move around the ball a little more, and you know, that's what it'll come down to, I think.
And if you're Coach Blaney for Palmetto, what are you saying to your team?
She's telling them to move their feet. Okay, a lot of them are not quite getting there.
Isaac serving again. And free ball coming up for Manatee. Back set to Catlett. That was Bailey Catlett getting the kill.
It's nice when your setter sets the other setter. You always like that.
And so Isaac to serve again. Manatee leading now 12-10. Nice dig by Isaac. Here's Dunstan. Setting up an overpass. And a point for Manatee. What did we have there, Casey? I didn't catch it.
It looked like it was either a net or possibly underneath. I didn't quite see what she called, but that's what I would think it would be on that one.
13-10 as Isaac serves it one more time. Trouble on that second hit, and they get it over. Clark in the middle, off the block and good.
So it looks like Manatee's starting to get a lot of their other hitters involved.
Clark led the team with 7 kills against Bayshore in their last game. Isaac, deep serve, and it's too deep.
Just a little long.
And so a much needed side out for Palmetto. Here's Cardenas, Valeria Cardenas to serve. Setting up Catlett, and looks like it's a point for Palmetto, 14-12 now. Cardenas to serve again. Back set to Catlett, and Bailey Catlett again with the kill. They've got her moved to the right side. To the right side. Your setter is now a right side hitter.
So again, that's one of those changes that could have come where he put the other setter in and had his first setter in the right side to hit a little more.
Catlett serving. That's going to go out. 15-13, Manatee leads.
So it looks like he's gone to a 6-2 with 2 setters for Manatee.
Fayad to serve. Had to really reach out for that one and see if they can get it over. They can't. So another point for Palmetto. They've cut it to 15 to 14. Fayad serving again. And setting up the back row. Fayad, 2. Oh, it was just out. Just out.
I really thought someone touched that ball on that one just from the way that everyone reacted on that play. I guess they got lucky.
That was Intrieri on that kill attempt. Nice attack, but they said it was out. Tolucci serving. High set, and that goes out. So once again, Intrieri can't get it to go down, and that makes it 17 to 14. Manatee leads. Overpass, and Clark takes advantage.
Very easy point for Manatee. As a middle, you really like when it's overpass. That means you don't have to do too much.
And timeouts. Timeout for Palmetto. They want to talk things over. They don't want to let this set get away from them, trailing 18 to 14.
Yeah, so what I was saying earlier was it looks like Manatee went to more of what they call a 6-2. So basically they have 2 setters now that are in both rotations. So when Bailey went back to serve, she now becomes the first setter, and the initial other setter can now hit. That's just one of the many changes in volleyball you can do.
Manatee looking to improve to 3-0 on the season. And as I said before, Palmetto coming in at 2-2. They've had a pretty tough schedule, and they've played well for the most part in their 4 games. Again, an overpass. Catlett setting up Clark. Abby Clark with the kill. Nice set.
It was a great run in the middle.
Tolucci serving again, leading 19 to 14. From the back row, that's Haley Layton. Oh, and a miss hit there. Rare mistake for Catlett. You don't see that often.
Looks like it was just one of those rare instances that slipped through the hands.
Here's Kayla Intrieri, the sophomore, to serve. Scavita comes in, taps it over. There's Marshall. Catlett setting up ball. Overpass again. On the outside, Scavita can't get it over. 19-16 is your score. Intrieri back to serve again. The sophomore. Nice low serve, dug out by Isaac. Setting up Marshall, and Marshall with a beautiful kill.
Seemed like Palmetto was just on the attack that whole set there.
I'd like to see them go to Marshall more often.
Definitely.
Intrieri once again to serve, trailing 19-17. Nice dig there by Ball, free ball, and comes right back to Manatee. Clark, and handled nicely by Palmetto. Setting up Marshall. Catlett outside the ball, she taps it over. And Manatee will get a free ball. Here's Clark. Marshall, that goes out. 20-17 is our score here at Palmetto High School, with Manatee leading. The Hurricanes trying to remain undefeated on the year. That serve goes into the net, so that makes it 20-18. As Clark comes out and the libero checks back in, Olivia Isaac. Here is, I believe this is Waldo serving. And looks like double contact. Yes, that is the call. So Palmetto cuts it to a 1-point game, 20-19. Whitney Waldo to serve again.
A lot easier to double contact when you're that far off the net for Manatee.
Oh, unfortunate there, it goes out. So Waldo comes out and the libero Cardenas comes back in as Scovita is serving now for Manatee. Looks like Cadlet's going to take a break and trying to see who checked in. Didn't quite catch it. Setting up the middle, and that goes out. So 22-19. Scovita, one of those excellent Manatee freshmen. Second ball hit, handled well. Nice dig by Cardenas. Marshall taps it, but it's blocked back over, but she was in the net. That was, I believe that's Pearson who has checked in for Manatee.
That was a great dig by Palmetto. That was a great hit.
Second hit goes over, and there's a kill outside for Fayyad. So that'll bring up Haley Layton. 22-21 is our score here. Manatee leads. Free ball for Manatee. Setting up the middle, and Rodriguez can't quite get it over. So we're tied 22-22. What a set.
Very late in the game here.
Timeout. Very important set here for Palmetto. You certainly don't want to go down 2 sets to none.
Definitely not. Yeah, it makes it very tough to come back when you're down 2-0.
And so if you're Coach Blaney for Palmetto, what do you think she's trying to say to her team right now?
I think she's really trying to harp on keeping the ball on their side of the court. They're doing very well at just keeping the ball calm, controlled, keeping the ball in play, making Manatee really have to move their feet and get a play. I like that they're going to Marshall a little more, so look at them to try and get her the ball a little more.
Palmetto to serve. Free ball for Palmetto. Let's see what they can do with it. And one comes right back. Scovita setting up Rodriguez in the middle. She has to tap it over. And now setting up Marshall. She taps it over. Still alive. Another free ball. Dug out by Tolucci. Here's ball. Big time kill there.
That was a huge kill.
Ava Ball.
But let's give credit to the back row on both teams. They were flying all over the court to keep that ball in the air.
Very hard fought point there. And this is number 9 Ball to serve. And that's a point. So set point coming up here for Manatee.
We'll see if Palmetto can get their side out to keep this set alive.
Here comes Marshall. Off the block and good. Huge point there for Palmetto as Alex Marshall puts it down.
Yeah, she really powered that ball through because she almost got blocked.
Oh, mistake there. Huge mistake because it's 24-24 now.
Tight, close match.
Marshall serving again. And substitution looks like as we have Catlett coming in. Oh, and that's the point for Palmetto, 25-24, so Palmetto has set point. Huge point coming up here. Outside Catlett. And blocked, but still alive, and Manatee scores.
You could tell Manatee really made sure their hands were over the net so it didn't trickle on their side on that one.
25-25. Looks like Clark has come in for Manatee, and this is Isaac to serve for Manatee. All tied up. Out. Huge mistake there, unfortunately, for can't afford to have service errors at this point in the set. Cardenas now to serve. Set point. And we've got Whitney Waldo checking back in as Riley Anderson comes out. Cardenas serving. And they have to give it a free ball over. And one coming right back for Manatee. See what they can do with it. Setting up the middle. Clark just gets it over. And a point. Huge point there for Manatee. 26 all.
You can tell people start holding their breath on this point of the game here. Every point's crucial.
And Bailey Catlett serving now. Free ball. Here's Catlett. Back set to Scovita. And Scovita gives Manatee set point. Nice set by Catlett. Deep serve, that goes out. Wow, 27 all.
You just can't let the other team off the hook.
Avery Fayad to serve. Catlett setting up the middle, Clark. And that goes out.
Out of bounds.
All right, Palmetto now with another chance for set point.
So crucial to just keep the ball in the court.
Cardenas. Oh, tried to sneak that one over, didn't work. Catlett setting up Dunston, still alive. Ooh, that goes out, wow. 28-28, what a set.
Setter did try to dump on that one, but Palmetto was ready for it.
Yeah, absolutely, great job by Palmetto there. They weren't fooled. Tolucci serving now. Blocked. Still alive. Setting up the middle. Catlett. And what do we have? A point. Huge point
Palmetto
there.
in the net.
All right, so yet again, set point, 29-28.
This is definitely where you harper just on the little things.
All right, Tolucci trying to put this away. Free ball. Catlett setting up ball. Still alive. Cardenas has to send it over. Back set coming up for Scavita. And there's the point. And the second set for Manatee. Wow. 30-28. All right. Whew. We have to catch our breath after that
Definitely
one.
have to catch
Let's
our
take a
breath.
break. You're watching Girls High School Volleyball on Manatee Schools Television.
Before coming to Manatee Technical College, I was definitely struggling with finding a purpose in life, but after going through the PCT program, I definitely discovered that I have a passion for patient care. Coming into the healthcare field, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do it, but everyone was very helpful. Every skill they taught me was able to be transferred over into the workforce. Turns out that the field that I'm in is in super high demand, and I actually got a job while I was still in the program during my clinicals. I'd encourage anyone who is looking for a career change to definitely start at MTC. It's definitely made a huge difference.
Now you can watch Manatee Schools Television live and on demand on our new app for Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. Roku users, to install the app, go to Search, type School District of Manatee County, and select Add Channel. Once installed, you can watch our live stream or view past school board meetings, district announcements, and other local programming on demand. Apple TV users, go to Search, type School District of Manatee County, and install the app. It's that easy. You're ready to watch our live stream and all our videos on demand. Fire TV users, go to Find, select Search, type School District of Manatee County. Go down and select the app, and click Download. Open the app to watch our live stream and on-demand videos. You can also watch live on our website. Go to mstv.us and select MSTV Watch Live. For on-demand programming, simply click MSTV Video On Demand. And we broadcast 24/7 on Spectrum Cable Channel 646 and Frontier Channel 39. Manatee Schools Television, connecting you to your school district.
When I drop my kids off and I see that they're on time and they've been delivered safely, it gives me a lot of personal satisfaction to have done this for the community. I would encourage anybody who is like me, retired, to look into this and consider, because it really has worked for me.
Start a great future with the School District of Manatee County. Apply now at manateeschools.net/careers.
So I was kind of like in that mode where you're like, do I want to go to four-year? Do I want to go to trades college? What do I want to do? I knew I wanted to do something with my hands. I kind of stumbled across the program at MTC, Electrical and Instrumentation. When I first went in there, I thought we were just going to be learning wiring, how to hardwire, how to build control panels. We did a whole scope of control programming as well. After graduating, I had a job within a week. If I had not gone to MTC, if I had not attended the electrical and instrumentation program, I can tell you right now, I wouldn't be in this trade.
Titans lead the Palmetto Tigers 2-0. An incredible set we just witnessed. 30-28 was the final, was the score of that second set. And to start off serving for Palmetto, this is Avery Fayad. Nice serve, very low. Oh my goodness, it went over on that second hit. Free ball for Palmetto. Fayad sets up the outside. Oh goodness, she couldn't quite get that over on that free ball. Number 2 with the attempt, Whitney Waldo.
A very interesting play.
Number 14 for Manatee, Bailey Catlett serving. Oh, just tapped over. Dunstan keeps it alive. Clark off the block, and it is a point for Manatee. Waldo got a piece of it, but couldn't get it over. Catlett now serving again. Cardenas. Nice kill there on the outside by number 7, Haley Layton.
It's a great approach, great swing by the outside.
Number 2 for Palmetto. No, excuse me. Number 3, that's Kayla Intrieri serving, and it goes into the net. 3-1 Manatee leads. Trying to put this away this set. It's best of 5, and they're up 2-0. Tolucci is in to serve. Natalie Tolucci, freshman. Blocked nicely. Fayad sets up Marshall, and that is a great combination.
Great swing by Marshall.
For Palmetto. Fayad to Marshall. I like that combo. Number 5 for Palmetto checks in, Riley Anderson. Here's Waldo to serve. Catlett sets up ball. Handled by Marshall, and now Marshall will try to kill this one. Blocked. Oh, it was gonna go. It was tipped. So the play continues, and that's a point for Palmetto.
It came back on their side, and they were able to still get those 3 attacks.
Manatee 4, Palmetto 3. Waldo hits it into the net. So that's. Excuse me, I had the score backwards. That was, we're now tied 4-4, and Abby Clark is now serving for Manatee. Oh, a miscommunication there. The libero, Cardenas, was there ready to receive, but Layton came in.
Yeah, she reached back where the libero was and kind of made that a little tougher for the libero to get there.
5-4 Manatee with Clark serving. And that goes out, so we're tied 5-5. And so now Haley Layton, the junior, will serve. That one goes out, so back-to-back service errors. And now here's Scovita for Manatee serving. Nice jump serve. Oh, and again, a little miscommunication back there gives Manatee another point.
Libero needs to be a little more aggressive back there. She is the one that's bound back to the pass.
Scovita. Short serve, dug out. Second hit over. Setting up the outside for ball, off the block, and the point for Manatee. She really gets downhill on those attacks.
She did. And it also seemed like Palmetto didn't quite know where they were at on that play.
Scovita serving again with Manatee leading 8-5, and that's an ace for Scovita. Right on the line there. Nicely placed. Looks like Catlett is going to check out, and Elena Pearson has checked in for Manatee. As Scovita serves, just clears the net. Free ball for Manatee. That goes out.
You never want to put a free ball out on the court. You know, those are easy plays. You got to keep that ball in the court.
Scovita once again serving, leading 10-5. And she serves it out. So 10-6. Manatee leads as Marshall is back to serve. Alex Marshall, the outstanding senior outside hitter. Scovita sets up Pearson. Now over to the other side. And that's a point. That was Riley Anderson, I believe, who got that hit for Palmetto. As Marshall serves
on that one.
Marshall serving again. And still alive. Let's see if she can get it over. No, she cannot.
Not quite.
10-8 now. Marshall serving again. Nice low serve. And another point and another great serve for Marshall. 10-9. Oh, goodness. Another service error. Ties it up 10-10. So 5 consecutive points here for Palmetto to tie it up.
Nice little run by Palmetto. We'll see if she keeps serving the same spot.
Pearson. Marshall digs it. Here is the block by Rodriguez, but she was in the net.
Yep.
So Palmetto takes the lead, 11-10. 6 in a row for Palmetto. And what do we have? A conference at the between the two officials. And play will resume.
Looks like they could have just been confirming who was in the net on that play.
Now the scoreboard says 10-10. So Marshall served that one. There's Rodriguez. And Lily Rodriguez in the middle with a nice kill. Manatee leads 11-10 as Tolucci comes out. And I didn't see who came in for Manatee. Ava Ball with the ace.
Great spot. We'll see if Manatee can keep up the serving pressure.
12-10 they lead here in the third set. Manatee up 2-0. Setting it up outside. And a miss hit there for Manatee, Olivia Isaac. So it's 12-11. As Cardenas is back to serve for Palmetto. And looks like we had a substitution. Number 2, Waldo came out. As nice block there. Oh, but she can't get it over on the follow-up. Whitney Waldo had a really nice block against Rodriguez, but on the follow-up, she just
mistimed her jump a little bit from what I saw.
Yep. Okay, so here's Isaac serving for Manatee. Free ball for Manatee. Let's see what they can do with it. Back set. Pearson. That was nicely handled by Haley Layton. Now Cardenas hits it into the net. 14-11 now. Manatee leads, looking to put this one away, leading 2-0. Isaac back to serve. Deep serve and it's out. 14-12. Fayad now to serve. Avery Fayad. Outstanding sophomore setter. New setter this year, but they really like how she's coming along. Pearson has to hit it over a free ball. Fayad, and the kill attempt goes out. That was Intrieri on the attempt. Catlett coming out, and Pearson comes, Catlett comes in. Pearson checks out for Manatee as Catlett will serve, the junior setter, who's had a nice game. Quick set. Nice job by Catlett to get that one in. A free ball, overpass, and into the net. I believe that was that Clark or Dunstan who got that one? That was Clark who tapped that one over for Manatee. So Catlett serving again, leading 16-12. That is a service error.
A little too short.
16-13 now. Kayla Intrieri back to serve for Palmetto. Isaac has to get it over for a free ball. Oh, little bit of an overset. Nice job staying out of the net there. And outside. Nice. Catlett setting up Clark. She taps it over. Going to the middle, Waldo. Handled by Isaac. Outside, Dunstan hits it into the net. 16-14.
Great communication on both sides.
Coming in for Palmetto now, looks like number 5, Riley Anderson. Nope, correction, she is not coming in just yet. Intrieri serving again for Palmetto. 16-14 is our score here in the third set as that is dug out. Cardenas calling for it and gets it over. Oh, trouble here, but Manatee handles it. Over to Marshall. She's blocked by Scovita on that block.
Big block. Didn't give her much opportunity to get around her.
Nice. Nicely done. And Clark came over to close the block just in case, but that was all Scovita. Tolucci now serving for Manatee. Manatee leads 17-14. Oh, tried to sneak that over. She did, but handled by Manatee. Scovita taps it over. Fayad sets up that hit. Oh, again, miscommunication. And the point goes to Manatee.
Almost.
18-14. And I believe, yes, we have a timeout. Timeout called by head coach Erica Blaney.
So I'd really like both teams to really shore up a lot of their free ball passing. They're giving each other both a lot of free balls, but there's a lot of confusion on who's going to take it, who needs to come in and set the next ball. So look at both teams trying to shore up a little bit of their free ball passing, because that's going to allow you to score a lot more points and potentially either tie up this game or give yourself a little more of a lead.
All right, so we got Tolucci back to serve with Manatee leading 18-14. Fayad setting up Marshall, joust at the top of the net, and that's a point for Palmetto. Here's Whitney Waldo back to serve for Palmetto. Outside the ball, she is dug out. Second hit by Fayad. Back set coming up to Scovita, and Scovita with a beautiful attack there.
Much better job of Manatee keeping that ball nice and high so they could get that kill.
Rodriguez is checked in for Manatee, as well as looks like this is Samantha Roca, the senior, coming in to serve, leading 19-15. High serve. Taps it, but she's blocked at the net by Rodriguez. Outside to Marshall. And nicely dug out by Roca. Setting up Marshall again. And what do we have? Double contact,
Double contact
perhaps?
on the setter. Yes. Looks like she wanted to go back to Marshall, but didn't quite have enough juice on it to do that there.
I always hold my breath when Marshall gets ready to, it gets downhill
she gets
like
some
that.
power on her swings there. That was a great dig.
Roca serving again, and that is out. So 20-16 is our score. Clark checks out. Looks like Isaac is in for Manatee, as Haley Layton to serve for Palmetto. There's the dig by Tolucci. Fayad to Marshall. Still alive. Here's ball. Fayad to Marshall again, and it's blocked at the net by Rodriguez for Manatee.
Looks like they're getting a little better at closing that block and not allowing Marshall to get any more of those kills.
Rodriguez gets a hand from her teammates as she comes out. Correction, that looks like that's Scovita that's come out. And we have Izzy French checking in for a serve for Manatee. Nice effort to try to get that one over by number 10, Alex Marshall, but
it's a great sprawl.
22-16. So if you're Palmetto, you've been able to make some runs throughout this game. I don't think there's any reason to panic just yet.
No,
but
still stay calm.
Out.
Especially if Manatee's serving out like that and giving you some points.
Correction, that was Ashlyn McClellan who served for Manatee.
All comes down to a game of runs if they can get a nice little run here.
Marshall serving. Oh, unfortunate hit.
That doesn't help.
23-17.
Now if you're Palmetto, you're getting a little more frantic. Still staying calm. Gotta just get one side out.
And there's an ace.
An ace.
For Ava Ball. And so now we've got match point for Manatee. So Ava Ball will try to put it away with the jump serve, and it is good, and an ace wins the game
match point
for Manatee. That's the way to end it.
Love ending it that way.
And all right, so that is our game. Manatee wins 3-0. I thought Manatee played really well. What are your thoughts, Casey?
Really, it came down to Manatee just made less errors. Both teams seemed like there was a lot of missed serves, a lot of errors on the free balls, but it just looked like Manatee was able to kind of keep their composure and keep some of the errors less on their side of the court. Look at them both to shore up a lot of their passing, a lot of their free balls, and trying to get everything better down the road. So it was a great match in terms of both playing and getting some good swings in here and there, but we'll see how Palmetto and Manatee fare the rest of the season.
All right, and so if you're Palmetto, I mean, I think there are a lot of positives.
A lot of positives.
Tonight. I think they've got a really nice combination with Fayad and Marshall,
Yes.
and I'd like to, congratulate them for a job well done. Manatee improves to 3-0 on the season. They stay undefeated while Palmetto falls to 2-3, but certainly nothing to hang their head about, and they've got a lot of good things, I think, coming up for them for the rest of the season. And so that'll do it for us here at Palmetto High School. Casey Cothran, once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's always fun to get into commentating with a lot of these volleyball teams and see how well they do from beginning of the year to the end.
And so for the guys back in the truck, Matt Messenger, Adam McCune, and up here in the press box alongside me is Michael Trimboli running the camera. And then we've got two great students for Palmetto High School who ran the side cameras, and they just did an incredible job. We've got Azoria Heaven is one of our students, and Kenji Yates, and they were awesome tonight. And so we definitely appreciate them coming out and running those cameras for us. So for everyone here, I'm Stephen Oposki, and you've been watching High School Volleyball on Manatee Schools Television.